And we are live. What's up? How's it going? It's your boy Gooba Studios here and bringing you another episode straight from the studio. Okay, I've got my cup of coffee here, and today I'm going to be giving you little updates about what I've been doing the past few days and how I'm actually launching a new branded business. Despite everything that's happening right now, you might think that it's the worst time to start a business, right? But actually, while that may be true, um, here's a lot of reasons why we're doing what we're doing. So I do have a partner. I'm not doing this alone. Um, this is a e-commerce product. Okay, it's an e-commerce related product. Totally new. I've never done this before. This is not drop shipping. I've done drop shipping in the past. I've been doing drop shipping for the past 3 years. This is the first time that I decide I'm going to launch something that's actually manufactured locally and is basically like a private label. So we have our own manufacturer for this that we're gonna source locally in bulk. We branded it as our own, and then we're going to ship it to a fulfillment warehouse in the United States. And from there, we're going to tie it to our e-commerce store, and whatever sales we make, the warehouse will fulfill it. So it's a pretty big investment compared to drop shipping or anything else. But the best part is that for the first time ever, we actually get to control the quality of the product. We get to control the brand fully. We're not just like taking some random product from China. We got fast shipping, okay, 2 to 7 day shipping. And during a time like this, that's amazing. Okay, it's super cheap shipping, direct to your consumer. This product is a consumable, and I mean, okay, I don't know if it's the right word, not like consumable, but it's something you use, which means that you need to replenish every now and then, which is it's a basically continuity product, and it's something I've been wanting to do for the past 2 years, and now it's finally happening. I finally found a product. We finally found a good quality product that, production wise, is actually very competitive. A lot of big brands um, that charge way higher prices we're about the same quality as them. Not sugarcoating, it's literally what it's like. I'm not even trying to compete from a price range. I'm just trying to bring as much value as a service, not a product, as much as I can. Because right now, what I've been learning the past few days is that when it comes to online things, the best way to succeed is that you either go fully tech or not at all. You can't be in this in between zone where you're half online, half offline. You can, but at some point, you're going to reach a pinpoint where you either fully digitize or you will lose. And we've seen that because of the pandemic going around, how a lot of businesses have had to adapt, or a lot of businesses are still adapting because they've realized that the current infrastructure of the way things are built, it is not optimal for their businesses, or that there's a risk by not being fully digital. And the thing is that we've already adapted these technologies into our economic infrastructure. But again, we're like 50% digitized, right? There's a lot of companies that don't do these things. And for the longest time, we thought it's fine until we saw now how not being fully digital or being in between can cause dramatic side effects. So a lot of these companies are now trying to digitize how they do their work, etc. I'm gonna leave that for another video. I have so much to talk about how the economy is adapting to this, and it's mind blowing stuff. Okay, I've been researching this for a while. I can't wait to share it with you. But coming back to e-commerce, why am I launching goddamn e-commerce when people are trying to save their money? People are losing their jobs, and here I am spending a lot of money. We're gonna spend a lot of money on this uh, to test out a product we don't even know might work. Now, here's the thing. What's happening right now is that two things, right? If lockdowns continue, let's say there's another wave of the pandemic 2, which is actually going to happen, okay? This is not the first lockdown. They're going to lock down again, probably in the winter. You'll see, they'll find excuses to do it. But they will be another scare wave because now I can see things settling down. People are trying to calm down. Um, I don't think it's gonna last very long, but I'm happy that I'm seeing people relax. Now, regardless, um, more people are gonna be at home. Okay, more people are gonna be less comfortable going out. So having products come to them is a, well, it's a plus point, right? That's like all these brick and mortar stores are starting to close down. So um, having a direct to consumer business is actually excellent during this time. It's excellent. It's the way to go. So the thing is, now with the, it's not just the pandemic. There's a recession going on. So you'd say, why would no less people would be willing to buy your flip flops or your t-shirts or your cat bag when they know they might not get another paycheck, or they don't know how they're going to pay their bills the next month. Now, granted, that's all very true. However, if the product you're selling is something that's a necessity, it's something that actually solves problems, and it's not like this leisure kind of product, there is more incentive to buy it. Two, it is something that's better than what's on the market. So, for example, I can't reveal much. I don't want to. I want to surprise you with it. It's an environmentally friendly product, so there is an incentive. So part of the brand is environmental action through giving the customer something in return. Now, coming back to what I said about digitization, right? In this time, uh, the difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur is that the businessman finds a way to make back more than what they put in. So it's like they're buying something and they're expecting to make maybe 10x back. Whereas an entrepreneur would sell you a service instead of a exchange. So in this case, our service is one, direct to consumer, two, it's an eco-friendly product, which is not to just reduce environmental factors, but also to push environmental action. So one way we're reducing environmental impacts is by the nature of the product itself. What we're making helps reduce carbon footprint and pollution. Okay, just by switching to this alternate, it's an alternative product. Secondly, and by the way, we need this, right? Because our eco climate is changing way too fast. We need to start making alternative decisions today. So that's one plus point. Second is because of the pandemic, direct to consumer, you don't have to leave. Fast shipping. Now that's a big competitor for a lot of people who aren't selling within the US. They're having to deal with cross shipping, over a month of shipping. Not that ideal. Now, thirdly, it's promoting environmental action. So it's not just that by choosing this product, you're reducing your impact somewhere else, but also by buying this product, you're helping raise funds to take even more environmental action. So this is mainly targeted for people who care about these things. Now, I know not everyone is going to buy this, but the ones that are, who invest in steel straws, people who like to buy, um, plastic free packaging, uh, people that care enough that they have already taken action in the past, that's who this is for. And that's who I think is going to be our main buyers. I don't know this yet. We'll find out. This is just my insight at the moment. So, with these three things in mind, I don't see how the current atmosphere is going to affect the product. If anything, based on my research, products like just like the one I'm talking about have seen an increase in growth because now there's more need for them, especially with eco climate. There's more need for alternative decisions. People want it, so they will more than be happy to try a new brand that promises to fulfill certain promises. So, with that in mind, this new product we're launching, this new business, which we're going to place the order by Monday, and then hopefully by mid July, I should be able to start advertising for this. So it's going to take 2 weeks to produce, another week to ship out. So by the time I'm ready to start selling it, would be around mid-July. I can't wait. Okay, this is super exciting. I truly believe in this product. It's really good. I'll even show you in a video when it's ready. It looks great. Heard a lot of compliments about it. So um, if your business is being affected by this pandemic and the recession, then there are certain industries that remain unscathed, which is e-commerce, because look, people are always going to need to buy things. Now they just have more incentive to not leave the house. Okay, like people are after. Look. Here's an example of again why I still think this is going to work. Is I'm not selling you the product. Okay, it's a great product, but I'm not selling you the product. I'm selling you the idea behind it, and that's what selling the service means. Is that you're actually technically giving the product for free. So take Amazon for example. It's a free platform in the sense that, or Alibaba, they don't sell you the platform. They don't sell you here buy Amazon subscription and buy all these products, right? What they're selling you is the service. What is it? 1 day shipping, um, reliable suppliers. Mostly it's the shipping, from what I've heard. That 1 day shipping is what really makes Amazon different from everybody else. So if you notice a lot, even like Alibaba, it's a free platform. Anyone, I mean, any Chinese supplier can just jump on and start selling. Again, what they sell you is the service of connection. Alibaba doesn't hold stock; their suppliers do. You see, um, even I don't know if this is true, but I heard that one of Steve Jobs' visions was to eventually make the iPhone free. They were about to give off the phone for free and instead make their money through iTunes, and I forgot what their other apps were. But eventually they were going to switch into a service and make their product free. Now, if you think about it, that's very powerful. Like nowadays, people care less about ownership and more about access. If you can give people access, which is a service, then they won't, if anything, they expect the stuff to be for free. So in, I think, 10 years from now, people who become my age are going to have a very different mindset. They won't care about buying cars. They won't care about um, owning houses. Okay, they won't care about owning stuff. What they want is access. So what, like Uber, Grab, they the you don't need a car. You can just click and you've got a car pull up right when you need it. You don't got to worry about traffic or parking. Access. What's another example I can think of? The internet. I mean, nobody cares about buying books anymore. Nobody cares about buying shows. What they care about is access to these portals. Okay, and I think gaming might change too. Now, coming to this paradigm, new shift of how our economy will be structured, with like that's why co-sharing, co-living is starting to boom because the demographic that's growing up in this technical environment, this tech environment, they understand that it's all about access and not about ownership. And this is not like some spiritual belief they developed. It's just growing up in this digital infrastructure. That's how they operate. So by creating a direct to consumer product, I'm aligning the business model to the future and to what's happening today. So this would have still worked before a pandemic or recession, because that's already what people are after. But now the pandemic and the recession has made these things more essential. You get it? They pushed the envelope for the adoption of these new technologies. So what was before maybe like, we don't need this, or we'll do this later, um, is now, okay, this has to happen today. So new product, we're launching it in the wake of a pandemic and a global recession. Now, I haven't addressed the recession part, right? When people have less money, you think they'd only buy stuff that they need. Um, and that's very true. At the same time, this is a product that's actually not that expensive. And it's something I wouldn't say you need. You can definitely live without it. Um, but being so low cost and knowing uh, people's buying decision mindset in general. I'm planning to sell this for $10, but for what it is, it's super cheap because one, you get to use it a long time, and two, it it's just a upfront cost. But over the long run, you're actually saving money considering what you're getting back and the environmental output. So it's less about you. It's more about what this product stands for and the mission that it's backing. So if you've heard of Four Oceans, that's a great example. Four Oceans is they make bracelets out of recycled materials, and for every sale they make, it goes to cleaning the oceans, and they've done amazingly well. So it's one of those things. I think it can be. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We're gonna find out in a week or two how well this plays out. But just one thing I wanted to leave your mind with is the word crisis in Chinese. Um, is what I've heard. There's two characters: opportunity and I think chaos. Yeah, crisis. That's what I understood. Is that it's the two characters that make up crisis is opportunity and chaos. So despite what's going on, there's plenty of opportunity to take in. Every industry that I'm involved in, every business that I've expanded my reach into has actually grown in the past 3 months because of this pandemic. Surprisingly, right? But that's just what happened. Like my hands were in the right places. This wasn't strategic. It was just purely by luck and intuition, and you know, thank God for that. It just I just so happened to be in the right places at the right time, and it has broadened my insight into how, like, if anything, look, when I started Grouper Studios, which is a digital marketing creative agency service, I came up with this idea at the brink of the collapse of my country. So my country was collapsing. The government collapsed. What do you call that? It was an uprising, and this was in 2017. So at the brink, at the peak of that collapse, I decided I was going to start a new business, and I took all my money and I fully went into this, and it's been working. Here I am, 3 years later, and it made me realize that when crazy times happen, like if anything, things have grown for me during these crazy times. So the kind of reference it's giving me is that in chaos, everything is going crazy, but that's actually when new doors open up. So it's not that I'm not scared of these things. Of course I am, and I want things to be great and prosperous. But when these things do happen, instead of being crippled by fear and losing what you have, you realize a ton of new doors open. And it's up to you whether you're going to take that opportunity or not. It's not taking advantage of the circumstance or the crisis, it's seeing the other opportunities that open. Okay, it's like a yin and yang. So the power grab now is real for everybody, for you, for businesses, for the government. It's the land grab is pretty real right now, and I'd recommend that you take as much action as you can during this period. As much action, like I can't say this enough, as much action as you can during this period, because these will be some of the most crucial moments in your life and have the capacity to exponentially grow your life or decline. So you're at a crossroads. Double down and hope for the best, or shelter in and wait for someone to save you, which, obviously, which one I'm in favor for. So that's why we're launching a new business in the wake of everything. I hope you have gained some insight from this. Don't falter. Use this as an opportunity to expand on the areas that have become more aware to you, you've neglected. And I'll catch you on the next one. We got so much to share with you. Can't wait. Can't wait. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try and post every day, but I already know that's not gonna happen because the last one I posted was about 8 days ago. That was like once a week. But I think I'm gonna. I mean, these videos are so easy to do. Um, I wish I had my sunglasses. Puts me in a totally different character. But I wish you all the best. I'm gonna catch you on the next video on the journey vlog. This is Goober checking out, and I approve this message. Peace.